Shalom, everybody. I hope I have a clue what I'm doing. I paused and didn't put the sound on until our train just went by. We literally just had another train. So hopefully that will be the last train for the evening. Who knows, right? So it's really nice to be here with you guys. I thank you, everyone, for being a part of all the sessions this week. We have so many things to do tonight. I hope that all my papers keep me organized. And the biggest thing I want you to do right now is I want you to share with me things that you learned this week. So I'm going to put them in. Let's see, you can put them up the side. So type, everyone can see it. So type some things that you learned. I'm going to start out by triggering your memory from the very first session. What is the key to a peaceful home? So stick it up there if you know what the key is to a peaceful home. So the things we're going to do tonight, I'm going to give out prizes. So I'm going to give Rafflecopter just another minute or two to get them the chance to load, because we're going to click on the button and reveal the prize winners live. So another thing we're going to do is read some of the comments that you guys posted when you entered prizes. There were so many of them. I think each one had between 150 or so. And there are 23 prizes. So somebody do the math really quick, but that's a lot of prizes, or I'm sorry, a lot of comments. So I have an idea that you might have to wait for me on, because I don't know when I'll get this done, but I would like to compile all those comments because there's so much wisdom in those. I was blown away. In fact, on one of them, I'll tell you in a little bit, I started crying when I was reading them. They're so good. So I'm going to try to compile those into an ebook, and I'll send that out to the email list as soon as it gets done. So it's not going to be tomorrow because I'm sleeping in tomorrow. So also, I promised that we were going to take questions tonight if you had a burning question that we didn't answer this week. But I also made a list of a whole bunch of questions that were asked in the chat all week. And so I might hit your questions. So we'll see if we can cover all your questions. Is there anything else that we're doing tonight? I think that's it. If I forget something, holler at me. And for those of you who know me in real life and have access to my actual phone, you can send me a text if I really miss something, please. All right, so we are going to get started. And I think we should start with a prize giveaway, don't you guys? So I'm going to, this is new to me. So this is, we're using really cool software by Restream. I appreciate people like this that are techie, and it's a little bit like Zoom. So I'm going to see if I can figure out how to share my screen. And we're going to put up the prize giveaways. So here's the question. Yep, there they are. Okay. Going to put up the prize giveaways as soon as I figure out where the button is. So there it is. Nope, that's not it. Okay, I'll get used to this by the end. Here we go. All set. Hopefully you guys can see it all right. And we're going to start, let's start with a t-shirt. We're going to go for the Pray, Pray, Pray t-shirt from Amen Pray. And what was so cool about this week is that there were prayer requests coming in during the chat sessions, the live chat sessions, and just to see everyone praying. Also over in our MeWe group, there were people praying, and that was really cool. That really blessed me. But let's see, I got to refresh this page, I think, because it says we have 7 minutes. Yes. Oh, they're all in a different order. Guess we're not doing that t-shirt first. I got to figure out how to do this. Oh boy. I hope I didn't mess this up. Well, how about we start with the Sabbath prep pad, since that one's on the screen and maybe more of them will show up. So let's see if we can pick a winner. I hope you guys can see this. Pick a winner. I think I just clicked the button. And it's loading, and it says Belinda Lopez. All right. So she won the Sabbath prep pad from Taurus Sisters. Taurus Sisters magazine has done a lot of things to help us out with prizes this week. So we do appreciate all of our sponsors. I hope that you guys will go over and visit all of the sponsors. If you go onto the conference website, and maybe you haven't gone on there yet this week, although if you entered a prize, I guess you did. But let's just show you real quick the sponsors. So you go up, if it's on a computer, all of our Homeschooling Torah websites work better on a computer because I don't know, they're just easier to find the menus. But I think this is at the top if you're on a phone. But you click on the sponsors, and these people have been so generous. I cannot get over how generous everyone has been. So if I were you, and I know you guys have been working on thankfulness this week, I would go to, so for instance, visit a Good Life farm and come in here and let's see if we can find her contact button. So I would love it if all of our sponsors were overwhelmed with thank you notes from you guys. So it says contact me. So this is how you do it. And you come down here and to send an email, you click there and you type a note and say, thank you so much for the prizes that you gave at the Homeschooling Torah conference this week. That would be awesome. I just know how amazing it would feel as someone who puts all the work into things, of seeing all those thank you notes come in my email. That would be pretty amazing. It really would. So I was going to, let's see. I want to share some of the comments that came in. We gave away the Sabbath prep pad, and I didn't read the comment, which was what I was expecting to do. So let me read some of the comments that people put. I said, share one way that you prepare for Sabbath. And I just randomly picked, again, I had over 150 comments, so I can't read them all, but let me just share 3 of them. One person said, start earlier in the week. Wednesday helps me. So that's pretty cool. I think one of the things about when we start keeping Torah is that everything about the Torah affects our everyday practical life. It's not like when we used to go to church and you'd go and sit down in church and then be done with it for the week and you'd think about other things all week. There's something about the Torah that, envelops our thinking 24 hours a day, pretty much, and Sabbath of all things, as we constantly count down, and the feast too, as we're thinking ahead. I mean, we get done with Passover and we're thinking to Shavuot, get done with Shavuot and planning Sukkot, and so on. So starting earlier in the week does make sense because it's not so overwhelming. Another comment was, get up early and start any cleaning we have and start the meal, even if we need to reheat when time to eat. Which, in other words, this is going to be a chance for you to rest. So get up early in the morning, get the worst work done, and then get to the resting, even if that means you have to reheat something. I thought that was good. And another person said, keep snacks on hand. Yeah, because at our house, you can smell things cooking all day, and that makes you so hungry. So thank you, everyone, for leaving your comments. And again, I'm going to try to share these in an ebook later. So I'm going to mark that I did that one so I don't forget. And let's give away another prize. So am I doing okay, everybody? I hope so. Let's see. Share screen. Let's go back to the prizes. And back to here. Let's go find another prize to do. So I'm going to give away the 12 Tribes of Israel activity pack from Bible Pathway Adventures. And so let's see if I can do this a little better. Pick the winner. Drum roll. Jasmine Williams. Okay, I recognize all these names because you guys have been talking in the chat. Congratulations, Jasmine. Thank you so much for entering that. And this is what you've won. It's a very nice, I don't know if I can find it, 12 Tribes of Israel activity pack book. It's going to be really awesome for your kids. And I'm going to read some of the comments that people had for that one. If I can find it. Bible activity pack. I thought I was organized. Okay. We said on this one, share one thing you want to teach your children about Israel's history. So here were 3 of the 100 and some comments. First, I would love to have the cultural component to our Bible studies and lessons. As Americans, we miss so much of the original meaning and context when we look at the scriptures through our eyes. Who Israel belongs to and what brought, oh, that's the second comment. Who Israel belongs to and what brought them about, I cannot read, brought about, they're coming back to the land. Yeah, I want to teach these things too. Yes, like seriously, again, growing up, America was the center of everything we learned in school. And I want it to be for my kids that Israel is the center and America is just a temporary spot on his plan. But I want to learn everything about coming back to the land. And the third comment was, we're currently reading the Old Testament, and what stands out is how many times God delivers us and really pointing out his patience and mercy. So yeah, that is an awesome thing about teaching Israel's history. Very cool. So congratulations to Jasmine. And I have a feeling I never showed that the entire time. I don't think I hit the button. Well, wait, let's try that again, and we'll do a new giveaway. Hopefully, I think I have to click the button that says something like that. Allow. Okay, hopefully that's working. All right, now let's click a new button for a new prize. Let's do the steam canner. Should I wait on that one? That one's a really cool prize. I want to win this one, but I did not enter because that would not be fair. So, and it's okay because my mom gave me a canner. But this steam canner is pretty awesome. A lot of trying to garden, and having a steam canner plus all the instructions that were in the goodie bag is pretty awesome. So let's see who the winner is. Drum roll. Valerie Unger. All right. So Valerie, congratulations. I'm going to be contacting Constance at the Good Life Farm tomorrow. And then I'm sure she's going to get right on getting that out to you. So that's pretty cool. So let me take a second and just look at some of the questions that we have in the comments and share some of the questions that we had. So let's see. I saw a question about Canadian history, so I'm going to catch up to that one real quick. As I think, yes, what I find hard, Maddie says, what I find hard being in Canada is so much homeschool curriculum is geared toward the US. Sometimes it's hard to find Canadian stuff, and it's even harder to find Canadian stuff that is Torah. I would love to have you guys put your suggestions for her in the comments, and I'm going to give my suggestion, because this happens with not just Canadian history or New York history or any topic you can name, but we get an email and we'll say, what we really need is this, and could you write it? And my answer back is, if the Father made you passionate about something or made you notice a need for something, it could be that he wants you to do it. That's probably not the answer that you wanted, but that is really what I have found true in my own life, is that maybe the reason I notice there's a need for it is because he wants me to do it. And someone who lives in Canada, Maddie, maybe that's something you can work on. So, all right, we're going to real quick read another entry. Oh, I wanted to read the entries on the steam canner. Was share one idea for preparing meals as a homeschooling parent. We had a whole session today on meal prep, and I got to share my ideas. I get a whole hour to talk, and you guys don't get to talk much. So it was kind of cool. The three ideas that we picked kind of randomly from all of the ideas were: one, plan ahead. I agree. Planning ahead is kind of the key to getting meals on the table. And even this week during the conference, we gave a menu to you guys, but I struggled here in our house to get everything done. So planning ahead is super important. And if there's one person in your house that can make the menus, that's an awesome gift that they could give to the rest of you. A second idea was crockpot meals save a lot of time. Amen. I saw another person that mentioned like an Instapot and multi-cookers and things like that. But yeah, all of those tools are super helpful. Because one of the nice things about the multi-cooker is, as someone was sharing, when you forget to get dinner started, it kind of saves your bacon. Not that we're eating bacon, but it saves you at the end of a very busy day, because it can get dinner on the table really fast. And I would add to that to have just a couple go-to recipes that work, and to have the supplies for those kind of constantly in your house. If you use up something from that emergency pack, buy it again so that you have it for the next time you need an emergency pack. So, all right, we are going to answer a question that we received earlier in the week. This was on day 1. And a mom asked, what do I do if my kids have never learned cursive and they start with Homeschooling Torah and they don't know cursive? So like, what if they're older, like 7th grade or 8th grade? What do I do? And one of the things that I would suggest is if they're too old and they have no desire to learn cursive, because not everybody wants to, and as children get older, they want to have more of a choice in what they're learning, and that's not a bad thing necessarily. I would just teach them how to type. And we have a typing curriculum at Homeschooling Torah, or just teach them some tricks on how to tag the letters on their print and go from one letter to the next. And the point of cursive at that age is to make it easier to do their copy work, easier to do their handwriting. So, however, I wanted to point out in our goodie bag this week, let me see if I can go back to that. In our goodie bag, we have an awesome freebie for you. It's called Shortcut to Cursive by Don Potter. Don Potter lives down in Texas. He lives close to the Mexican border, and he is teaching a lot of students how to read and how to write in cursive when they are coming in and is learning English as a second language. So his method that you can get for free on our website is what he uses with students of all ages. So please go to the goodie bag this weekend. Make sure that before these are gone, because this goodie bag will disappear in a few weeks. So make sure that you grab these goodies while you still can. So that's an awesome one. I hope that answered that question. I'm looking over here in the chat. Does anyone eat beef bacon? Oh, yes, absolutely. Beef bacon is awesome. My friends Dave and Christine Miller from Nothing New Press, they make beef bacon in their smoker from a big slab of brisket that they buy at Costco. That's good stuff. Jen asked, my question is, how do we recognize revisionist history? I don't want to be deceived, but I'm not sure what to look for. Any resources? And that's a great question. One of the things that I think I would do is teach your kids how to read primary sources. And one of the things you can do, and maybe we'll do this giveaway next, is use Heidi Cooper's materials where you copy the words of our founding fathers and this is just for the United States, but this would kind of be a principle. If you can go to as close to the original sources as possible, then what happens is you can read it in your own words, and that gives you an eyewitness report. Now, I know that's not an easy answer because it's not something you can go to quickly. And even in the Torah community, there is a lot of differences of opinion on history and what the facts of history are. And so I guess the only answer I can give you is to study it for yourself. And it might be a lifetime process. We're always finding things that we learned wrong and we have to relearn. But that's kind of the fun of it. And also the burden of it. So I'm going to go and share the screen with Heidi Cooper's prize, because that goes so well with that question. So I'm going to go over here. My question is, where are all the prizes? Did I goof? Let me see if I can go to the goodie bag and wouldn't that be awful if I goofed? Or maybe some of them are, I don't know. So this is the one we're looking for, American Foundation Copywork. And I'd like to give it away, just not sure how. That is so fascinating. Maybe I need to click this. Yay! Okay, let's do this. Now I need to find it. There it is. American Foundation Copywork from Torah Family Living. And this is a brand new book. She's going to be giving away both the PDF, which you're going to be able to get very quickly. Probably give her a couple days so we can communicate. But the other thing she's going to give away is a printed bound version of it. So this is a really valuable gift. And the winner is, drumroll, Bethany Clay. Congratulations, Bethany. I will contact Heidi Cooper from Torah Family Living and make sure you get that prize very soon. Congratulations. So let's go ahead and read the comments that people said about that. And the comments, if I can find it here, too many questions. So there it is. Share one character quality that you want to instill in your children. And the reason we asked that question is for two reasons. One, I want to give these answers to Heidi Cooper so that as she develops more copywork and journal books, that she has ideas on what you guys want to develop in your children, because that is an amazing thing that we all want to have resources for, right? And secondly, as we copy the quotes of others, we a lot of the reason we're doing it is much the same as copying the Bible. We want to instill character in our children, and a great way to do that is to have them slowly copying the wise things that people said. So here are 3 answers that people gave. Number 1, standing up for what is right, no matter the consequences. That is an awesome character quality. Especially in this time of history, we may need that, right? Another person said authenticity. Yes, being true all the way, that we're always the same, no matter who's watching. Kind of similar, aren't they? And number 3, someone said, I want them to have a servant's heart. So it would be really cool. There were so many things that people commented. Those were pretty awesome. So let me see if I can look at my list. Someone asked this week, how can we find you and chat with other people that have been in the conference? And I was kind of chuckling this morning in our 10 o'clock session this morning. People were sharing contact information back and forth, and it reminded me of being at summer camp when everybody is trying to exchange their addresses because they're never going to see each other again. And what I want to share with you guys is that you can see each other again. We really can keep this going and the conversations going, and you can make lifelong friends. So I'm going to share some of the places where I am online. Obviously, you don't have to go to where I'm at, but a lot of the other Torah people are there too. Our staff posts on Facebook every day. Many of you are on Facebook. We do have a Homeschooling Torah page, but I'm not there, so I can't share that one with you. But what I can share is MeWe, and a lot of people were asking about MeWe this week, and so this is what MeWe looks like. And here, if you come into MeWe, you can go to the groups. I think you can search for us up here, but you can, you can search for Homeschooling Torah, and you'll be able to find us. And the best part of our group is that we have a chat, and the chat is awesome and very active. This is probably the most active place where if you want to find other Homeschooling Torah moms, you can. We also have a community. So if you come to Homeschooling Torah, and no, you do not have to be a paid member to do this. Anyone can register to join the community. When you get in here, I had someone ask me today, where is the community? I can't find it. And it's up here on the top. So click there on community. And this one is another one of my websites. So it's easier to do it on a computer than it is a phone. Maybe I'll have a son that can design websites for me someday. You can come in here and you can click and find all the members. I won't stay on that page because we're on YouTube. We have groups that you can join, lots of groups, and those are pretty awesome. I'd love to see them be more active. And you can come in here and change your profile around, just like on Facebook. You can add a little profile header thing and your picture, and it's pretty awesome. So I do hope that you'll come and join us there. Otherwise, I'm on the Torah Network. If you come to the Torah Network, go on to pages. We have a Homeschooling Torah page here. And we also have, I'm going to come back here to this. By the way, there are a lot of people, 2,773 Torah people on the Torah Network right now. You definitely want to come here. And I don't want it to be a place where all of the groups like us, the ministries, are sharing our stuff. We'd love to see people showing pictures of their kitty cats and their kids and all of the fun stuff like we used to see on Facebook. So I really encourage you to come here and make the Torah Network a wonderful, homey place to be. We have a group as well. And the group is called Homeschooling. What is it called? It is called Homeschooling in Torah. So yeah, and there's other groups too. So these are some of the groups that I started. So Torah businesses and ministries, Torah midwives and birth support. Got to come. It's fun. So that's a place. I'm also on a few other social media sites such as Gab and Truth, but those are more like I see them as a ministry. I feel like some of these Torah places are the best. So yes, it is called Torah Network. It's thetorahnetwork.com or MeWe. So those are the best places. So hopefully that really helps you out. Oh, I also have a Telegram group. So if you're on Telegram, if you're not sure how to find me, just send me an email. You can find our contact at the top of any of our Homeschooling Torah websites. And you can send me an email and I would be happy to help you find that. So there's our contact button, and you can ask me and I'll show you how to get on Telegram. So, What else? Is it time for another prize? I think so. Let's see if I can figure out what prize is next. I think this is the hardest session of the whole week, guys. Okay, prizes. Let's see what else we have. Let's go ahead and give away some more Taurus Sisters things because they're up here. Taurus Sisters is really fun. I don't have my water bottle right here. I probably have not had enough water to drink today. That's how I know. But let's pick a winner for the stickers. We had one mom say on the stickers that her boys love stickers and she doesn't have enough stickers around the house, so she just draws happy faces on all her papers, so she's hoping she wins. That would be so cool. A lot of people say they like to put their stickers on journals and binders. I liked one person's idea. They stick the stickers to a magnetic sheet and then they cut around the sticker and place it on their car bumper. That was a cool idea. So let's give away those stickers. We are going to see who won. Bethany Clay again. Okay, Bethany, you already won a prize. So what we are going to do is disqualify you. It's terrible. You were all excited. We're going to try again. All right, Melissa Pettigrew, you haven't won anything yet today. She wants to stick her stickers on her laptop. So congratulations, Melissa. Let's go ahead and give away one more winner. And let's go ahead and do the Hebrew calendar planner and more goodie bag. Now, I like these. I think I mentioned in our opening party that I like getting these goodie bag things as a subscription in my inbox every month. If you'd like to get these, you can just go over to Torah Sisters and subscribe. You're helping another Torah mom with her business, so that's a good thing. But let me see some of the things that they people said about struggles that they face with planning, because they had to list a struggle. One mom said, following through on the plans I make, wave or put a comment if that's you. She says, I also have a hard time making time to do all that I plan. Exactly. I definitely can relate to that one. Another mom says, I can make out a good plan, try to make it realistic, but when it comes time to go through with it, it never turns out like I hoped for. My expectations for planning have decreased from year to year. Put your comments down there right now and give that mom some help and advice, because she sounds like she's discouraged. And then another mom says, keeping the planning pages where I will look at them consistently. Yeah. So I keep mine. I have a book that's a planner, but these planner pages that Amy from Torah Sisters gives you, you can put them in a 3-ring binder. You know, I like those, and put them in your school teacher's binder. And that way they're with you. But then keep that binder out. Like, I know I said declutter everything in your life, but that's one thing that is not clutter. You should keep it out. It's useful. So let's see who the winner is for this. We're going to May Carbo, and she says that she tries to write her plans down. Did you know that research says that writing your plans down actually makes you more likely to get them done? So that is a very smart thing to do. So congratulations to May. All right, let's see what else. Someone says planners and a good pencil make me swoon. That's funny. Okay, so I wanted to answer a couple more questions that people had this week. When is Word Power going to be available, and how do I find it? Oh, that's a great question. So we're going to open up the screen. I should just leave it open. And I'm going to go to Homeschooling. No, let me go to Foundations Press, because I know a lot of you are looking forward to getting Word Power books at Foundations Press. And I am very sad to say that we aren't going to have them right away. We do have Word Power K and Word Power 1, although Word Power 1 and the reader is still at the printer. A lot of problems in supply chains this summer, but those are the only two that are currently available in print. So what do? Scroll down, it says. See that? Scroll down to learn more. And I think you have to scroll all the way to the bottom, because we are going to be making Word Power K through 8 available to everybody this year. And here's what you have to do. It's over here is where it's going to take you. You just have to register. You have to put your name and address, phone number. I don't even think phone number, name and address. And that's because I want to be able to send you things later this year. You click register, and then you watch for an email. If you don't get the email, send us email and tell us that you didn't get it, because sometimes they don't go through. And then starting on August 28th. I think I'm better look at the calendar. August 28th. When if you register, you will be able to access this page on the Homeschooling Torah website. And they are not there yet. You can't see anything, but they will be. On August 28th, you'll be able to click on those courses and you'll be able to see lessons. So anyone can do that. So let me just check and make sure no one had a question about that. Doesn't look like it. So the other question someone had is, this is kind of related. I'm going to keep this one up with having Foundations Press open. Someone asked, how can I learn about the biblical feasts? How can I learn how your family celebrates Sabbath and so on? There were a lot of questions about that this week. So I'm back on the Foundations Press website and I'm going to click on curriculum and click on Bible. And this is a free thing, but you can find it here. You're going to scroll down until you see all the guys blowing their shofars for the feast. And this is a free ebook. So you just click it, add it to the cart, and there you go. Now, if you don't want to have to download an ebook, if you prefer just reading on your phone, you can come over to the Homeschooling Torah main page, homeschoolingtorah.com. And do you see this green bar across the top? There are so many helpful things up there for you guys. There's the blog, which has hundreds of articles. There's free training, which has, I think we counted up over 100 hours of free video training. Tips on how to homeschool, parenting advice, all the conferences we've ever done back to 2016, special needs, I'm coming back to that one, special needs, preschool, there's the link to our community and so on. Our contact button, you can contact me, set up a phone call if you'd like. But here is the biblical holidays. And this is, you can get the free ebook here as well, but you can get most of the things that are in the free ebook. You can click through to all of them. You can get just as blog posts and be able to read it on your phone. So if that's a handy thing for you to do, it's available for you there. So I hope that answers that question. Now let's give away a new prize. Everyone agree with that one? Let's see. Got to remember how to get back there. Okay. We are going to give away, since we're talking about the feast, let's give away Sukkot greeting cards. I have a box down there, right down there, you can't see it, where I keep all the postcards that Torah Sisters makes and their Sukkot greeting cards. And I keep it handy right there. And I have over by the door, remember I said having a spot for things that are going out of the house? I have a little spot for stamps. And because it's right here and handy, when I think of someone who needs a card, or as I'm getting ready for the holidays and I want to send out greeting cards to all my family and friends, it's handy, and in little spots of time, I can grab one and quickly jot a note and grab a stamp, and it goes out the door. So I really recommend making this easy, or you're going to get these cards and you're never going to use them, right? Anyone else do that? So let's see who the winner is for the Sukkot greeting cards. It is Jenny G, and she is looking forward to framing them and hanging them in her sukkah. What a cool idea. Other people said that they want to send them to friends that they no longer see for fellowship weekly. I don't know if that ever happens to you, but there are often families that come and visit our fellowship on Sabbath, and then later they're gone and we don't get to see them all the time. And I thought that was an awesome idea. Another mom says, sending to people who are just learning about the feast. I have a really dear friend out in Iowa who is just learning about the feast, and she's been emailing me a lot this week or this year, and she would probably just treasure a card like that. And another person said to invite others to join us in a more formal and beautiful way than a text. Yes, because you're going to invite people over to your sukkah, right? So, or wherever that you're going to be celebrating Sukkot. If you do not have a place to celebrate Sukkot, I hope that you will consider joining us in Michigan. You can find out all about that by going to the sponsor page this week. I've got to find it. Oh, I guess you can find it on the, sponsor page. There we go. And coming down to our congregation, Sukkot with Solal Sabbath Fellowship. And we will tell you all about our Sukkot. We would love to have you. And I know some others from my congregation are in the chat right now. And we all are been eagerly watching the signups this week because we just love knowing who we're going to get to have Sukkot with. Now, real quick, I'm going to go back to the scripture postcards because we were talking about sending out a scripture postcard. So let's give away that prize too. So drum roll, who's going to win the set of beautiful scripture postcards, and it is Samantha. And she says, if someone is on my mind, I try to reach out and send some love, which is very cool. And other people said, I like to send cards to those who are going through a difficult time. Another one says, I like to hang them up in the house to memorize and recalibrate my mind. That is a great way of saying it. And the third person said, sending postcards to the people that are homebound and then following up with a call. Also, children, because they love getting mail. That is very true. Let's not be so techie that we forget all those little things that we can do to help people. So I'm going to come back over here and see if there are any questions that I can answer. And looks like I'm going to come back down here. Sorry, guys. It is not easy scrolling through all of these. Someone says, in my new house, because she told us earlier this week that she's moving soon, she says, I'll have new ways that I can set up spaces. I'm wondering if I should have a timeout spot specifically for my 4 and 2-year-old, and what should I have in that spot? Oh, goodness, that's a trick question. So it depends on if you mean timeout because timeout they're naughty, or timeout because timeout they need some quiet time and some time to get away from all the hustle and bustle. If that's the case, I have lots of really cool ideas in our preschool curriculum, which means I'm going to have to give that away next. In our preschool curriculum, we have a quiet time activity. Is that even a thing? An activity for quiet time? A thing you can put in their quiet time spot every single week. So there are a bunch of them in there and more in the back. And I really liked with my kids taking and making their own binder, because my older students all have their own teacher or their own student binders for school. My preschool students felt left out. So we would make a binder for our preschool students, and we did 2 things in it. First of all, I had a page for every letter of the alphabet, and they cut out pictures. And I want to show you a place where you can get some pictures for that at no charge. I wasn't planning on showing this one, so give me a second. I'll keep talking. So that's one of the things that we do. The other thing that we do is, I'm going to just search for it. Yes, free pictures for kindergarten alphabet. And you see how I search for it? I have to do that on my own site. So there you can see a picture of the books we made for our preschool students. This was my youngest, the one that he made. And you can get these and download them, and they're cute little pictures, a page for every letter, and have them cut them out and glue them on. It's really fun. Or just have them find them themselves, go online and find your own pictures. That's really fun. The second thing that we like to have in that spot is really nice quiet books, such as Torah Family Livings, Torah for little ones. That's not what it's called, but she has a preschooler book that goes through the Torah. But there's just all kinds of really good Bible story books and stuff that you can put in that basket. And then every single week, have them make a new page all about them, or all about their kitties or their dogs or their grandmas or their grandpas or where they live, all kinds of things about them. And they make all these pages. And then while they're sitting in their quiet time, they can look through. Another thing I did for my children when they were little is I would, I'm going to date myself. I would tape myself on a cassette tape. I'm in Generation Xer, right? You could obviously do this on your phone now, but we would tape ourselves singing songs or memory verses, or just telling little stories or instructions that I wanted my children to remember, and have their own little thing that they can listen to during quiet time. So I hope that was helpful. And then, of course, stuffed animals and blankets and other nice little things to make it their own special spot. So because we just did that, let's go ahead and give away the preschool books that we have from Foundations Press. We worked so hard on these this year. This was a massive project, especially for my husband. And I am super happy to give away. Let me see if I can find it. Goodness, where did I put it? Already finished. View more. No, that's the already finished. Preschool. It's not there. It's got to be there. I did this once before. finished giveaways. So, oh, I see what the problem is. Some of these have a thing on them. Let me see if I can find it, guys. Oh, that was, well, man, there it is. I see it. Foundations of Preschool. Goodness. Okay. This is going to go to, drum roll. Oh, wait, Melissa Pettigrew, I think you already won a prize. Am I correct, everybody? Let's disqualify you. I'm sorry, Melissa. And let's find somebody who hasn't won a prize yet. Jasmine Williams, I think she already won a prize. What is it with you, Rafflecopter? There's hundreds of people. There we go. April, you have won a prize. She says she loves playing with little friends in our front yard. Okay, I got to remember what the question was that we asked about preschool. Let's see. Share your first memory. Oh, that's right. Share your first memory in life as a preschooler, if possible. She says playing with her little friends in the front yard. That's cool. Someone else says learning the names of the week in English and Spanish. Another one is remembering to tie her shoes right before her first day of kindergarten. I remember having to learn how to zip up my coat before kindergarten. I couldn't do that. We had to in Michigan. And someone else says choking down my lunch so I didn't get left behind when everyone else went outside and gagging on it. So very good. Congratulations, April. We will get that out to you very soon. All right. Someone is, I'm looking at the comments and I would love to hear testimonies. The Dean family said, I wish I could tell you all a testimony today that happened, but it's too much to text, 200 characters at a time. I didn't know you only got 200 characters. That stinks. All right. It has been a pleasure getting to know everyone. I agree. So we have a question here. It is dizzying to go through these things. All these questions. I am sorry if I'm not seeing your question or not answering. So I apologize on that. Okay. Let me see if I can answer one of the questions that was given to me since I can't seem to find them on here. Where can I get handouts from the week if I missed the live session? So that's an easy question. I can answer that one. And probably those of you that have been doing it this week, maybe you'll know where to go to. But basically, I'm going to go to, let's go to Homeschooling Torah. Click on the icon. It gets you to the front page. And if you scroll down, you can get to the 2022 Family Conference and just click on that. If you come back in like a year, that won't be the top thing anymore. So you can come down here on the side and see all of the family conferences, or like I was showing you earlier, it's going to live up there on the top menu bar as well. So I want you to be able to find those conferences for a long time. The handouts were made so that you could go back to them over and over again. One of the comments that we heard a lot was there was just almost too much information and we couldn't hold on to it. And I felt that way too, just making it, and I wanted to give it to you, but it does make you feel a little dizzy after a while. So those handouts are hopefully a blessing to you. You can come up here to the schedule tab and there are 4 days. So you might need to remember which session it is you want. You can just click on schedule itself and it'll bring up the schedule. And then click on whatever day you want, and you can get to any of the sessions and grab the handout. So those handouts, you know, I like binders. You could also print them all out and poke 3 holes in them and stick them in your teacher binder for you to go back to, especially one like this, so you can remember how to teach your children, how to review things and so on. That would be a handy thing to keep right there in your binder. So another question someone had is, can you recommend a good printer? Because it's expensive to print all the things. At Homeschooling Torah, I'm constantly saying, print this, print that, put it in a binder, put it in a binder. We need to find a place that has discounts on like 3-ring binders. But my oldest son works at Office Depot at the moment. And recently a coworker was telling him about a printer that is pretty awesome. And I wanted to tell you about his recommendation. I have not used this myself. But the Epson EcoTank or EcoTank, however you want to say it, printer is a little bit like what my dad used to do. He would get these little cartridges and fill up his own little inkjet things, and he would save himself a ton of money, but it was a mess. I tried to do it once, and all I did was make a mess on my hands and on the table and everywhere. And I'm like, Dad, no, I'm just going to buy ink. But evidently these are easy to use. And according to what the guy said at Office Depot, don't quote me, but evidently they might have some kind of a guarantee that if your cartridge runs out of ink within like 2 years, they will give you a refund and continue to pay for it, which could be a phenomenal bargain for Homeschooling Torah members. Other companies like HP, I think it is HP, have like a monthly subscription that you can pay, and they will keep sending ink when you run out of ink in your printer. So that's an option to think about. And I use a LaserJet printer and buy my toner cartridges refurbished on Amazon, and I can get a refurbished toner cartridge for about $8 a piece, which is it's a great bargain. I don't know how you can get much cheaper than that, but the printer itself is a little bit more money up front. So these are some possibilities. If you have a printer that you love, please post it down in the comments right now. And I also want to mention Torah Family Living. If you go to her store, and I'm just hovering over the store tab, and I'm going to go down to services. This is something that she started just within the last year, and she has an agreement for printing and binding for Homeschooling Torah customers. And I think you should take her up on that. 10 cents a page is not a bad deal. And she binds it also. So you can contact her if you're a Homeschooling Torah member or anything else you want to print. And again, this is a Torah family that you're helping put food on the table for them. And that's a great thing. So we're all in favor of that. Let me see. I want to... and one other question that went with, and then I'll keep going. Someone asked, is there a way to get the Together School Planner that we were talking about this week if you are not a Homeschooling Torah customer? And no, I don't have that available anyway. Maybe I could add it to my list, but I think my to-do list is a bit full right now. So I want to say again, go to Torah Family Living and get her planner. Her planners are beautiful. They have places to keep track of all your homeschooling, and I just think that would be a lot better way to go about it than waiting for me to get one more thing done, because it's not likely to get done. So, all right, we are going to give away a prize. Let's see what else we have and see if I can do this without getting lost on the giveaway page. All right. Does it make you guys feel better that I get lost on things too? Okay, let's give away some more Torah Sisters things, and then maybe we're going to see what else I'm missing, because I feel like I'm missing things. Torah Sisters magazine. I love the Torah Sisters magazine. I've every issue I've ever gotten, every issue she's ever made, and they are by my bed. I keep the current one in the bathroom to read, and she has a new issue coming out next week, the September-October issue. So if you have not subscribed, you only have a couple days or you're going to miss it. So I definitely recommend subscribing to that if you haven't already. But we are going to give away a winner for the last issue, and that is going to be James and Christy Mead. And let me see what the question is that we asked about that. I should do that first. So, Torah Sisters magazine, we said, share one thing you wish you could learn in a magazine for women. We are definitely going to pass on all these ideas to Amy Gunther from Torah Sisters, so that she can pass it on to the people who write for her magazine. So one thing she wants to learn, Christy Mead says, godly discipline. Another woman said, hearing about other women whose husbands don't keep Torah. Yes. Practical biblical ways to run a household in areas of health, wellness, homeschooling, meals, devotions, decorating. My goodness, Amy, now I have lots of ideas. And recipes that replace ready-made products such as condensed soup mix and seasonings, which goes along with the topic that we were talking about in our earlier session today. So that is awesome. Congratulations, Christy. Let's give away some more stuff. Let's see. Torah Sisters t-shirt. Torah Sisters t-shirt. I want to remember what that looked like. Oh, I remember. So what happens is this winner is going to get to pick one of these t-shirts. I think, Amy, correct me if I'm wrong. And we have another t-shirt to give away too. So she's got Sukkot, where God commands grown-ups to build forts. That's awesome. The one I like the best of all of these is the whole Bible believer, because that will get conversations going when you're out and about. People will be like, what is a whole Bible believer? Like, there's not a whole Bible believer. So that's pretty cool. So let's see who the winner is going to be of this. And that is Michelle Aquino. Congratulations, Michelle. And this is what she says about the sharing one way you tell others what you've discovered about Yeshua or his Torah. So like, I like to wear shirts. I'm wearing not a Torah observant shirt right now. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a grammar shirt. But when you go places like the doctor's office or somewhere where you see a non-Torah follower every single week, it's really fun to wear a t-shirt that gets their brain going. Other people said, I tried to live my life as a lighthouse, standing firm in my beliefs, yet always shining a light for others so that maybe they too would want to come and find the rest in Messiah as he intended. Our physical walk is the loudest example of how we serve Messiah and walk in Torah. Everybody say amen. Someone else said, live it out. I think Francis Assisi is attributed as having said something along the lines of, witness to someone every day, but only use words if necessary. Very true. And then someone says, people at work know there's something different about me or what I believe. They often come to me with questions about God and Yeshua, and I love sharing my testimony. That's pretty cool. So yeah, let's give away the other t-shirt while we're at it, the Amen Pray t-shirt, because that one was more focused on praying and some of the things that people said because they want to make time to pray with their family members. I think that was the question we asked. One mom says, in the morning during cuddle time with my son, I like to pray with him, but mostly whenever I remember something to be thankful for, I try to pray out loud so my son can hear that we pray at any time, which goes along really well with our key to the week, right? To be thankful. And another person said, for us, bedtime is a great time to pray all together as a family. That is incredibly true. I think we were talking about bedtime routines in one of the sessions this week. Another really cool idea that we got was we use the style of hot potato, where someone during the day, whether before or after nap, we go around quickly and each person says one thing they would like to present in prayer. That's pretty cool. So let's see who the winner is of the Pray, Pray, Pray t-shirt. And don't forget to get the app. Now, I know that the Amen Pray app is kind of new. So if you have not gotten it yet, and this is only for Apple iPhones, so all of us Apple people, if you get the Amen Pray app, I know that they are putting new updates. I've been talking to the developers recently, but I think one of the things that's coming up is where you can have like a kind of like a Facebook feed where you can see other people's prayer requests. So the key to having that app is to get friends on there. So now the key to me giving it away is finding it on this page. There it is, I think. Where is the Pray, Pray, Pray t-shirt? I see the Amen Pray app. Should I just go ahead and do that one? Did I already give away the t-shirt? Maybe I did. I don't think I did. My daughter's laughing at me. Okay. Picking a winner for the Amen Pray app. And this is for the premium version. So this is better than the freebie. That's pretty nice. I have the premium version, so it's nice. Okay. Belinda Lopez. Belinda, you already won a prize. What is it with Rafflecopter? Let's give someone else the prize. Elizabeth Bauer. I don't think you had a prize yet. All right. She likes using sticky notes to help her to remember to pray for people. Other people say, I like this one. I have prayer requests written down in my phone, and I also have an alarm on my phone to pray at the same time every day for a specific thing. So the point is, when you tell someone you're going to pray for them, you have to have a way to remember, or you kind of made a promise and not kept it, and they're not really going to be helped. Another person, and if you're here tonight, I would love to hear more about this. They said prayer threads. I don't know what prayer threads are. So it sounded like a cool idea. I'd like to hear more about that. And a third person said, I ask the Ruach to remind me to pray for those in need. And when prompted, I do. Also, in years past, we had a huge whiteboard that we would write names on, and it was in a well-trafficked hallway. So every time we walked past, we saw it and were reminded to pray. That's a really cool idea. So I don't know if I gave away that t-shirt. I don't remember doing it. Anyone in the comments remember if I've given away the Pray, Pray, Pray t-shirt? Would it be safe, someone says, to put my email in here to keep up with friends we have made? I would love to truly do that. I wouldn't, because it's YouTube and this is extremely permanent. What else could you do email wise? I would be willing to put emails in and share them with people. Let me think how I would do that. Let me connect. If there's someone who would like to connect with the Dean family and or anyone else, and they don't have social media, let me be the middle person, and I would be happy to try to help connect you with other people. If you have an idea for that, let me know. Did I start with a t-shirt? Natalie said. Mrs. Smith says it was the first thing. I don't know. It's almost 10 o'clock at night, and I'm really not sure, but I don't see it on the list. Let's see what else we have for prizes, though. And okay, we have the Torah Portions coloring book. Absolutely. That one's fun. My kids, you know what's so interesting about coloring? I think I say in the preschool and kindergarten and maybe even first grade curriculum, and I know we talk about it in the math curriculum, that coloring is good for children's brains. It helps them learn fine motor control. It helps them learn self-control, which is awesome. If you have trouble with self-control yourself, color, because it helps develop. Your brain is telling your body what to do, which overlaps into a lot of other areas. And when I got a concussion, one of the things I couldn't do was color in my Torah Portions coloring book, which is crazy because you would think that, it wouldn't be that hard to color. But I couldn't stay in the lines, and my face would fuzz over with a migraine. So I think this is a great way to improve your self-control in a lot of ways. And besides, it's relaxing. So let's give away that coloring book. And we are going to give it to Mimi. And she says, I wanted to see what I asked about this. Got to find my answers. Oh, she says, nope, wrong question. Okay, share one way you love to relax on Sabbath. Okay, having a clean house. Yes, it's very difficult to relax in a messy house, isn't it? When I have a messy house, and it does happen at times on Sabbath, so especially if we have a lot of people coming and going, I just go somewhere else, like in my room, and hide under the covers with a good book. And then I can't see my messy house. Naps, okay, goes along. And hiking in the woods with my son. Yes, that is a wonderful way to relax on Sabbath. So, okay, congratulations, Mimi. Let me see what else we are missing as far as giveaways. It says I don't have any giveaways. Guys, this is not cool. I know we have more things. I'm going to go down my list and make sure. I know we have not given away the year-long subscription to the Heritage Letter. Yeah, they show up for some reason. There it is. Okay, let's pick a winner. I'm going to open it in a new tab and keep that open. The Heritage Letter is really cool because she is making history come alive. I would have loved this as a child. I loved getting mail. I loved learning about biographies of famous people. And I loved having things that I could collect, which it ticks all the boxes. So if you're not the winner tonight, I do recommend that you go over to our sponsor. Let me show it to you, Heritage Letter, because it's pretty awesome. Like a very creative way to learn about American history. And sometimes in our house, we spend all our time on the world and world history, and we have a hard time getting around to American history. And this can be a great way to supplement too, if you ever have that problem. So we're going to see who the winner is. And it is Samantha. Did I already give her one? If I did, let me know another one. I'm going to keep going for now and give away some of these prizes because it's getting late. And this thing is probably, there it is. Olive bait for beginners. This one I'm going to be able to send out because Lydia, she is the author, but we keep them here in our bus. So I get to ship this out. And I want to say again, I think I've said it a few million times, but Olive Bait for Beginners is not just for children. it is good for anyone that is learning Hebrew. And if you're going to be taking any of our Hebrew classes on YouTube, those start August 28th, twice a week, short little classes, not overwhelming. If you are doing that and you have never learned the letters of the alphabet and how to write them, I don't care that you're not 5 years old. You would really like this book and it would be really helpful for you. So let's see who we're going to give it away to as a winner. Come on, Rafflecopter, give us somebody new. Yay! Dottie McAllister, congratulations. She's trying to win this book. Awesome. I'm really glad she did. I noticed in the comments that some people, they have a lot of different ways that they learn Hebrew. One person said they go to 119 Ministries, that they have YouTube lessons. I did not know that before today. Another person said they have alphabet placemats. What a great idea. And they make homemade Play-Doh and they have the children shape the letters, which is cool. Another person for her young students said she uses Shalom Sesame, which is really cute. I like watching them, to teach Hebrew words, as well as Grover Word Disco. And she likes to do these fun activities on Shabbat. So that's pretty awesome. I'm not a huge fan of Sesame Street, but that is one of the great uses for Sesame Street, is to learn some of the Hebrew. So I want to give away some of the stuff from Torah Town. Let's see if I can find it. I'm starting to get the hang of. Go down there at the bottom and click it. So Torah Town has 3 freebies to give away, and they are pretty awesome. Gary sent them to us ahead of time, and so I've had a lot of time to look through the books, and I'm so impressed. I really think that these would be great even for adults. Just saying, might consider it. The first one, My Year with Yeshua for Boys. I wanted to read you some of the things that people said they wanted to share with their sons from the Torah this school year. Reading these from about what you want to share with your sons and what you want to share with your daughters. Honestly, this is where I got all teary because they're so cool. But sharing with your sons, peace in the midst of a chaotic world. Another one, Fruits of the Spirit. I want my son to learn kindness and self-control, as men on both mine and my husband's family side have anger issues. And the third one says, I have 2 young sons still at home, and I want them to love the Torah and never let go. See, I'm getting all teary. Okay, so we're going to pick a winner for that one. This is the boys' book. And Michelle already won a prize. Let's try again. She was all excited. Elizabeth Bauer won a prize. I do not know how this Rafflecopter works, but it doesn't feel that. Okay, Whitney Loggins, congratulations. We will get this out. She wants her son to know that Yah is faithful to fulfill all his promises. Amen. So let's also see what the winner of the girl one is. And I got to read you those because they're pretty cool. So for the girls, things they would share with their daughters, that they are priceless jewels, and to be able to withstand peer pressure, to look like the worldly girls all around them, to know in their hearts that they belong to Yah, and that the father is her example for a husband, and that she has a purpose, and Yehovah made her intentionally. Those are awesome. So let's see who the winner is for that one. Natalie, congratulations. And she wants her daughter to know the love of Yah. Congratulations, Natalie. Real quick, I'm going to give out the last book for Torah Town. And that one, like I said, grown-ups that have trouble paying attention during the long Torah sermons that happen. If you go to a congregation and someone's getting long-winded talking about the Torah portion, you might like this for yourself, because one of the things in it is it'll say, like, let's say you're on the Torah portion about Isaac and or Jacob and Esau. It has, every time you hear someone at your congregation say the word Esau, you put a little tally mark. And that was just one of the fun activities. I thought those were great. So let's see these are 5 different books, guys. This is a really awesome prize. So the winner, Elizabeth Bauer, you already won something. Tina Smith, congratulations. So she wants to teach her kids about creation and Sabbath. So that is pretty awesome. So I don't think we have too many prizes left. I'm going to real quick check my questions that we were supposed to answer. I think I can go through these quick. When does school start? I think that the question that the moms were asking this week, is there any time that school has to start? And I'm going to say that you should go to the Homeschool Legal Defense Association, hslda.org, find out what's going on in your state. if you are blessed to live in the state of Michigan, and if you aren't blessed, you can move here. We don't mind. So move to Michigan, and you don't have to have a set time to start. If you live in one of these red states like New York, then you have a time that you have to finish your school year by. So you might want to take that into consideration. But once you get past this first year, I recommend schooling year round. That is my top answer. Take time off for the feast, take time off for doing special events and trips and having family in, but otherwise school year round. My kids, we start after Sukkot, and my kids are just finishing up. My daughter said she finished copy work for the year this week and math next week. So she's pretty excited about that. So another question. Oh, yes, this is important. Several people asked this week, uplifting music that edifies Yehovah, and preferably Torah observant artists, or even if it's not, a song that definitely would not say that we don't have to keep the Torah and gives all the glory to Yeshua. So that is a tricky question because everyone's music tastes differ. But our dear friend Sharon over at Heart of a Torah Woman made us a list of songs. So if you go to I have to find my own website. If you go to the session pages for the conference and you come up here to the schedule and you click on bonus sessions, this is important. Okay, hopefully I'm not doing this too quickly. Click on tonight's prize giveaway, and you will see that she is sharing with you a Sabbath prep music playlist and a playlist on Spotify. And I went ahead and, oops, my link's not working, so I need to fix that. I'm supposed to be sharing some playlists here. I can fix that real quick. Well, I'll do it later. Over here on my Ann Elliott YouTube list, which is not my Homeschooling Torah one, just Google me, Ann Elliott, and you'll see my picture. I have some playlists with music on them as well. So Hebrew Messianic songs, and a healing list, and an encouragement list, and quiet worship music. And one of my favorites, For the Love of Israel. Every song is about our love of Israel, and on and on. So there's lots of really cool things there too. So thank you very much to Sharon for compiling those lists. She did that today, guys, just to give it to you guys. This was a funny question. We're almost done. What do you guys do at lunch? Because on one day in the conference, you said you study Hebrew, your flashcards, and on another day, you said that you study the book of Proverbs and turn on an audio Bible. That made me laugh because it depends on the season what we do at lunch. I tell you what, being honest, my brain, by the time I get to lunchtime, my brain is fried because we have been doing school all day, and I've got a million tabs open in my brain, just like I have a million tabs open in my computer. So what I like to do at lunch, whether it's Hebrew flashcards or Proverbs or just having discussion or just going and sitting outside or doing nothing at all, basically I want it to be simple. I want it to be something that doesn't require anything of me. So when there was one year when my kids were, maybe my oldest one's around 12, that I would read aloud a chapter book at lunchtime. And I was so tired that I actually fell asleep while I was reading aloud, and I woke up to all of my kids laughing. So I do not recommend doing that. I kind of think now that maybe lunchtime is a good time for mom to take a break. So one of the reasons is because you can put on an audio Bible and it can read for you. And one of the reasons I like the flashcards is because meaning my kids could go through flashcards. There are some really other fun things that you can do. Like there are little decks of cards that you can get that are conversation starters. Just anything that you need to remember but doesn't require a lot of work from your tired brain is a good thing to do at lunch. So I had another question. I'm going to have you guys answer this one down in the comments while we give away some of the last prizes. And this is, do you have any snack ideas for your husband or your children? Do you guys hear my train? So we did have a coupon today in one of our sessions. So maybe if anyone wants to share that, if you remember the code, it was train 4, the number 4. But yes, share snack ideas. And I think that was basically the last question that I had. And I'm going to go give away some more prizes. So we'll get that up. Prizes. Okay, what do we have left? Well, let's see. Oh, we have the hand crocheted shawl from Heart of a Torah Woman. She's the same one who made the music playlist. And if you can't find that music playlist, go again to the conference website that you've been going to all week. Click on bonus sessions up here in the menu, and you'll get to that. And her website is right here, Heart of a Torah Woman. She has been doing a great job blogging all throughout this last school year. And it's been really fun to get to know her better. Giving away a hand crochet shawl. I got to pick the colors, so I picked blue, and we are going to pick a winner for that. The winner is, oh, Bethany, you already won a prize. Samantha already won a prize. Oh, this is so, okay, Dina, congratulations. And I asked what kind of crafts that you guys like to do or things that you like to do with your hands. And she says she likes to cook, which is awesome because some of us aren't that great at cooking. I like to make bread. That would probably be what I would put as my answer. Other people said I like to knit baby blankets for my grandson. Another person says they like to make beanie hats, but she hasn't in a while because it's challenging to comprehend the patterns. Oh, don't even get me started. I'm not very good with my hands. Another person says I'm learning to cook biblically clean. I never learned to crochet because I'm left-handed. I didn't know that you couldn't crochet if you're left-handed, but that's an interesting thought. And then she says, I like coloring scripture verses and doing projects with the children, but reading is my love. That's my project too. That's something I can do with my hand. So let's see what other prizes we have. We're getting there. I think we only have a couple left. Child-sized t-shirt. Yes, we didn't give away the kids t-shirt. This is from Trained Up in Torah, and they have an awesome YouTube channel. And some of my own personal friends from here in Michigan, the Kaufmans, get to do the music for it. And there are other friends that I have met only online, but they compile different segments from people all over the country, the world, and they put them together into a really cool Sabbath school thing for your children. And it's pretty much every single week. So I think that is an amazing channel. Go on to YouTube and look for Trained Up in Torah. And then let's give you a t-shirt for your little ones. And this is for people that have small children. So if you happen to win this and you don't have any small children, you're going to have to give it away to a small child that you know. So Ashlyn, congratulations. You have won this. And she says, we love to talk about Yahweh's in the car and how they are perfect and for us today. That is awesome. So I think we only have a couple prizes left. I don't remember giving away one prize. And that's it. Well, All Through the Ages from Christine. I don't remember giving away a Homeschooling Torah membership yet either. There might be a couple more prizes. All Through the Ages by Christine Miller. This is cool because Christine is my friend, and so I'm gonna actually open up her website real quick and just share a little bit about Christine. Her husband was in the hospital recently. He has been having congestive heart failure. The father was very gracious, and he is doing much better and is home. And in the midst of all that craziness, I get a message from Christine, and she says, I know your conference is coming up. I'm going to have this book done. I've been wanting to get it revised for a really long time, and I don't want it to be late for the conference. So seriously, just days ago, she did a revision, 4th edition of All Through the Ages. And if you are looking for read aloud books, this is her thing. This is what she does. And it's an awesome book. And I just feel so honored that she worried about us at a time when she was having so much going on in her life. So let's see who the winner of that is. And this is for the printed edition. They're going to mail it to you. And the winner is Claudia. Oh, I know you guys. Awesome. Congratulations. And that's pretty cool. What a great book for you guys to win. So I think we have not given away everything, but I'm going to refresh the goodie bag page and see. Help me. We've given away the steam canner, the praise shirt, I think, the app, the 12 Tribes of Israel, the Heritage Letter, Aleph Beit, All Through the Ages, Foundations, Torah Sisters. Maybe we have the stickers. I don't remember giving away the stickers. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We talked about stickers. The goodie bag, the prep pad, the greeting cards, the postcards, Torah Portions coloring book, all the books from Torah Town, the hand crocheted shawl, Foundations of Preschool, the only thing we have left is the annual membership to Homeschooling Torah. And all I have to do is figure out where it is in the goodie bag thing. Okay, Rafflecopter, let's cooperate with us. I'm going to look here and see if I can find it. It says view more. There it is. That one's from last year. Where is this year's? If I can't find it. Oh no, there it is. And we've been looking for the t-shirt. We're going to give that away really quick. Picking a winner for the t-shirt. And that's Mimi. Did I already give you one? I don't remember. But if I didn't, Mimi, congratulations. I didn't want to not get all those. Let's really quick see if we can now find the annual to Homeschooling Torah. This is a membership that gives you everything that we have available on our site. And I just going to give you one last plug for Homeschooling Torah, guys. We have a lot of really cool things coming up. Starting in 2 weeks, more new curriculum is going to hit the site beyond Hebrew lessons, which are available to everybody. On this, we're going to have new science lessons, new language arts lessons, and quite a few other little small things that I think you guys are going to really enjoy. Down the road, we've got more stuff coming. So my friend says I'm not supposed to make promises I can't keep, but we are working every day to get new curriculum to you. And I hope that this will be a very cool value to somebody who needs it. And it's a really big blessing. And if you're already a member of Homeschooling Torah and I pick your name right now, don't worry, I will cancel your payments and you can take advantage of the free gift. So who is the winner? Melissa Wilkins, congratulations, Melissa. I hope this is a blessing to you. And tomorrow, guys, and not on Sabbath, but over the weekend, be patient as the sponsors contact you and get your shipping address and your email and things like that. Be paying attention to your email so that we can contact you, because otherwise we can't give you a prize. So that would be incredible. So congratulations to all of the winners. If there is any question that I missed, I'm going to real quick check my my text to make sure there is a question I missed. Thank you to friends in real life who are sending me texts. Someone said, any tips if you struggled with consistency your whole life? Wow, that is a great question. I'm going to have you guys put answers down, although maybe you already saw it and I'm the last one. Consistency. Remember when I said about coloring in a coloring book, and it helps you stay in the lines because your boss of your brain has to tell your hand what to do. I think there are a couple things for me that help me to be consistent. I'm thinking of 3 of them right now. The first one is I have to learn to boss myself around, just like I have to boss my dog around, just like I have to boss my children around. And sometimes I don't feel like it. I have to boss myself around. And I like to imagine that there's a little guy sitting at a desk right there behind my brain. And he's saying, I know you want to stay in bed, but you have to get up. And I go, okay, because someone else is bossing me around. I do better if someone else is telling me to do something. Does that make sense? Like I need someone else. And that brings me to a second idea that I have, and that is to be accountable to an actual real life person. So if you struggle with consistency, saying getting up in the morning, or it could be anything, but let's just pick on that one. You could have a friend actually call you every day at that time. And it'll be very embarrassing if you're not awake. So you'll be more likely to get up. So having a friend do things for you, and it doesn't have to be someone local. You can make friends that you've met this week in the conference, exchange information, and they can pass you around just fine. And the third thing is to turn it into that habit. If you've been struggling with this your whole life, it's probably because you haven't done something long enough to set up a habit. I have a friend watching this right now who's going to laugh right now, but there's a really good secular book, but it's good, called Atomic Habits. And I do recommend it. And my friend is laughing because she hasn't finished reading it yet. We've been talking about it. So get that book, Atomic Habits, and see if that will help you. But honestly, I think the best idea for me is just to have a friend to hold me accountable. So any other ideas, I hope you guys are sharing them in the comments. I'm going to see, I think that's everything. I'm going to double check. I appreciate all of you. This week went too fast. And the other times about it went really slow because it was a lot of work. I'm looking forward to getting back into a routine in our house. I'm looking forward to getting back to work on all of the projects that we have going on. And so if you, my daughter's showing me comments. If you have ideas for next year's conference, I pray about these ideas very early in the year. The topics that we picked this year were picked around Sukkot last year. And that's how far out we start preparing for a conference. So if you have an idea, and I would, you don't have to share it right now. You can think of it later. But come over here to Homeschooling Torah. Let me get back to the main page so that any of you can get to it. This is homeschoolingtorah.com. See that contact button? That contact button comes to me or my daughters. So definitely this week it's been me because my one daughter went to college and my other daughter has been working a lot of hours. So I'm the one, if you have sent us an email this week and it hasn't gotten back to you, it's my fault. It's completely my fault. We're working on it. But you can email me. You can schedule a phone appointment with me here. I like talking to you guys. So if you have an idea for next year's conference, some question that you really think would be a need for a lot of people to hear about, definitely send us a suggestion and we will start praying about it. I pray about it. My congregation prays about it. So definitely send those to us. I think that is the end of our conference. Real quick, going to end with just one more little video clip and just to say thank you everybody for coming, and please don't make yourself scarce. Stay friends. All right, let's end with this. One of the most important things to me about homeschooling is that my children will have a knowledge of the scriptures. It says in 2 Peter 1:3 that His divine power has given us everything we need for life and godliness. It says in 2 Timothy 3:16 that all scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for a whole list of things. And it ends with that the man of God may be perfect. That means complete, mature, thoroughly equipped for every good work. I want my kids to have that knowledge of the scriptures so that I can claim that promise is true. Our goal at Homeschooling Torah is to equip our kids and help them know their Bibles like that back of their hands, so that we can claim that in our kids' lives and we can see a generation raised up where they are thoroughly equipped for every good work. I hope you'll join us, homeschoolingtorah.com.